Inspiration is what fuels the web, and if you're looking to get inspired with beautiful websites, then stay tuned because this is the first episode of Website Inspiration with Kaycinho, and it's coming right after this. Hello, I'm your host Kaycinho. I'm a digital alchemist, and today I want to launch a website inspiration series called Website Inspiration with Kaycinho. As the name tells, this series will be all about inspiring you for your next projects. Now, before we dive into today's episode, a word about the concept. Well, there are a lot of galleries out there, but sometimes by the time you visit the website, the design has completely changed, but not always for the best. So I thought it would be interesting to document in video what I like about specific websites and which elements actually caught my attention. Now, these are reviews that come from my own research, but if you come across beautiful websites, just let me know in the comments and I'll pick and review the best ones. Now, if you'd like me to review your website, in the near future, I will also start a series where I audit websites. The line may be thin, but the two concepts differ in that in the inspiration series, I really share the elements that participate to great branding and design, while in the audit series, I will pinpoint the good, the bad, and the ugly, but always with constructive criticism and actionable advice. The point is not to put anyone down, but on the contrary, to give hints so that you can make your work even better, or in other terms, it is an opportunity to get advice that I usually charge for. So if you're in for an audit, just go to my website and drop me a message or leave me a message in the comments. So, enough talk, let's dive into today's episode. So, meet Mr. X. I came across this website when I was checking the Webflow Showcase Gallery because it had been a while I didn't check, what Webflow was doing. And although I'm a WordPress lover, I don't want to be narrow-minded. So I always have my mind open to new opportunities. And I was just checking, after watching a video, I was checking the Webflow showcase page, and I believe that's how I ended on this website. And it's the kind of website you just land on it, and it's like, wow, it's so nice. I don't even know what it's all about. When I first got here, because obviously it's in a foreign language. I think it's Japanese, but it might be Chinese. So excuse me if I'm wrong, but I'm not familiar with the differences of the languages, but it was a good test because without knowing what it was very attractive. And obviously I could see this is a bottle, but I didn't know if it was a bottle of something to drink or maybe a lotion or a medicine or something. And then I saw sports recovery drink, so the mystery was all gone. Basically, what I liked about this website is first the color palette, the red and the desaturated picture here, the bold black and white, all blending together. It's really strong color palette. And then when I started scrolling, it's the parallax and the little subtleties that I really like. Too many times on some website I see a lot of parallax and things moving in all directions and everything is moving, and that's not what good design is all about. Here it's really subtle. It's making use of non-symmetrical design, which is really trendy, but uh, it's well put into action here. So obviously I don't know what all this means, but it's good because then I can focus on the design. The subtle interaction, I mean here the bold picture just pop, and I think it's really nice. And if you notice when I hover over a picture, then the corresponding text on the left hand side is also changing. So I thought that was quite nice. Once again, the parallax effect is subtle, it's smooth. I like the dim text in the background, like here it says pros, it's subtle. Once again, it participates to the overall impression of the website. Then we have big pictures, nice pictures, the cherries, it's like you can touch it, you can actually eat it. So it's really, really good. Once again, good use of parallax, non-symmetrical design. Then here, it stays in the color palette. So we have this picture and the red that we see in the color palette we have a reminder here, like we just had in this picture here for the cherries. So going down, I mean, the rest of the design is pretty classical, but it's nice. Now for the navigation, we have a mix of a classical navigation here and a nav icon. So if you click on any item of the classic navigation, so obviously this is the home button, then you click here, you land lower in the page, and going back up and clicking on this item, you go even lower on the page. All right, now if you use the nav icon, so it's really modern and we see that on a lot of websites. I always have a hard time because I don't have a definite opinion on it because I think it really depends on some websites, and depending on your target market, people will know what a nav icon is. They will know where to find the information. That won't be a problem. But if your target market demographics are people who are not familiar with this type of navigation, then it can be an extra step and you can confuse people. But as I said, it really depends on the situation. So here it's really, really nice. Well, obviously, I think one of the reasons they made this is because instead of having a bilingual website with two different versions, they have everything on the same page in the Asian characters and in English. So obviously, it would have been difficult to put it all in the classical navigation. Well, for that, I think it would be way better to have a multilingual website, with separate versions. But I think this website that we're seeing now is just a demo, just a test. I don't think it's out yet. Maybe it's just a concept. I really don't know. But I found this on a Webflow subdomain, and I will put a link in the description. But obviously, it's not finished. So if we click on any item, you see what happens. We just scroll to the corresponding section on the page. So I click on science and it takes me there. So basically this is a one-page website. And in this case, I think that having a full screen navigation is just an extra step that personally I wouldn't be ready to take unless it really has a meaning. Especially for a one-page website, it's always tricky. But that's it. It's really nice. It's definitely something you can get inspired from. You can get inspired from the color palette, which is a color palette that I've already used on some of my projects, but not exactly that one, but the same kind of colors, red and black or dark brown with the white bit. I just really love the way they done it here. I think it's really, really nice. Now, if you look at the mobile version, just going to refresh. So the mobile version, okay, what happened here? The mobile version is really nice. It seems to me that it's a different picture, or maybe when we were in the full screen desktop version, maybe the cropping of the picture was such that we didn't see that part. I don't know. But the picture actually looks better here in the mobile version. And here it makes sense to have that kind of navigation because you have no choice really. And people are used to it. For the rest, I also like the subtle animations here. I think it's really nice. It makes things pop. It makes the experience really, really nice once again. So let me scroll down. So it's not like a cheap version of the desktop website. It's really a rich mobile experience. And we're lucky to live in that times where you can do that with WordPress, with Webflow. And if we talk about WordPress, you can do that with a lot of page builders now. So personally, I like using Astra and Elementor and the Divi theme. I really love both combos. It really depends on the situation. Although I found a lot more third-party quality plugins on the Elementor side, but there are also a lot of really good quality plugins with Divi. but lately I've been experiencing using some of the third-party plugins for Elementor, and I will do a video about that. So let's go back up and let's go back to the desktop version and see now that I just went back to the desktop version. Now it's a video, and first it was a picture, so I'm not really sure what happened here, but yeah, I think I need to refresh because it was actually still picking the mobile version. So back to the desktop version, that's what we see. And I mean, I don't really understand why we don't see the video because it would make more sense here on the desktop. But the overall impression is really good. I don't know what's your impression about this website. Is it going to inspire you for your next project or for your own website? Now, if we talk briefly about the branding, I think Mr. X, it's quite nice. At the same time, it feels a bit generic, so I don't know how they're going to market that with Mr. X because I suppose a lot of people use that already. Now, but the logo itself, now it's just my personal opinion. Really like the M and the X, but just looking at the logo, I would have never known it was an R, right here on the top left corner. I wouldn't have known it was an R. And if you see here on the bottle, it's even when it's bigger, it's even less obvious to me. It doesn't look like an R. Now that I know it's an R, it's okay, but one of the rules with branding is don't make me think too much. And I think here there might be room for improvement, but this is just my personal opinion. And the last thing is maybe the pro and the dot. Maybe they add another layer of complexity to the logo, but once again, it's just my personal opinion. I'd like to hear what you think about it. So that's it for this website. I hope you enjoyed this review, and if you got some other website you'd like me to review, don't hesitate to leave some links in the comments. If it's your website, I can also do a website audit, which is a bit different from the website inspiration that I'm doing right now, because in website inspiration, I'm just going to share with you websites that inspire me in my day-to-day work. I'm talking about inspiration, not about stealing, but we see trends here and there, and then sometimes we see people that manage to put all the trends together into a nice package final product. And here the final product is the website. That's what I'm talking about. So I hope you enjoyed this website review, and I hope it's going to inspire you. Once again, whether it's for your next project, maybe for a client project, maybe for your own company. And once again, I'm not talking about stealing here, don't make an exact copy. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the elements that could inspire you. What inspired me on this website, once again, is the color palette, the boldness of the titles, that I really like, and the really clean look and subtle animations, the subtle parallax. That's what I'm going to remember from this website. And also the bold text in the background that's dimmed. That's not too much. It's just what it needs to be classy, and not to be overwhelming in the overall impression. So that's it for this website inspiration. So I hope that this video gave you some inspiration for your next project and that you found some value in it, whether the color palette, the subtle animations, or the strong use of the brand color in the pictures. Now, I'd like to know, what did you personally like or dislike about this website? And do you have any other beautiful websites to share? Let me know in the comments of this video. And by the way, you'll find the companion blog article with all the links on my website, Kaycinho.com. And of course, you'll find a direct link in the description of this video. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, as it really helps growing this channel. And if you know someone that could benefit from it, please share it now, because let's face it, there are so many things to do in a day that if you don't do it now, you'll probably forget. Now, if you want to brand, market, and grow your business in the digital age, then make sure you subscribe and smash the notification bell so that you never miss a share of digital alchemy. And if you are interested in tips, tools, services, and case studies that can help you grow your business online, then go to kaycinho.com/newsletter and subscribe to my email newsletter. So I hope to see you in the next video. And in the meantime, do you know what time it is? I think you do. It's time to invest
in your success.